Hey everybody. Tonight's dinner is not going to be for everybody. It's just for a select few that are interested in it. Um, I was in the mood for fried food today. I was driving by Chick-fil-A in Vernon, or not Vernon, but Enfield, and I was sitting there going, I haven't tried their chicken nuggets. I don't know if you guys have tried them yet or not, but I figured I could have a couple chicken nuggets. But I know that fried food's not good, especially when you got the sleeve, and it makes you thirsty and everything else that goes along with it. But I still wanted it, so I decided to come home and air fry. And I didn't have any chicken thawed out, but I did have some squid, that's right, that I could thaw out quickly. So I decided to make some air fried calamari. I had my marinara sauce that I could heat up for dipping. And here is air fried calamari, if you're interested. Okay, first off, I've rinsed the calamari really well, and I've strained it. And I'm just going to kind of pat it dry a little bit here. Now, this is one of my favorite things that I love, but I usually get it as an appetizer at the restaurant. They serve it crispy, fried, with a nice marinara sauce. So, I've got these pretty much patted up. So what I'm going to do is take a good sharp knife and I'm just going to cut the calamari into rings. And I'm going to do that with all these. And with the tentacles, I'm pretty much going to leave them the way they are. I'm just going to bread them just like they are. I'm just going to do one more here. Excuse the big meat hook hands, but you get the idea. We're cutting it into rings. Quickly, I'm going to go over the ingredients. I've got here 2 eggs and a quarter cup of buttermilk in a bowl. Here I've got some seasoned panko breadcrumbs, and I've added a little bit of salt and pepper to those. And to this baggie, I've got about a cup of almond flour. Normally you could dredge in the flour and then go move on and on. But for this, I think I'm just going to put it all in. That's it. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to put tentacles in. And I got it all in there. Make a little bit of an air pocket. And basically, I'm just going to shake this up. And I'm basically going to put my finger in through the rings like this. I'm just going to put them in the buttermilk and egg. Kind of lay it down and coat it in the panko. And then I'm going to lay it aside on a paper plate. With the tentacles, I'm going to do the same exact thing. Let me get a good one here. I'm going to take these. I know it's not for everybody, but I really like it. I've been craving it, so. In the panko breadcrumbs, and then right off to the side. And I'm going to do this with everything until my my plate here is full. Well, it's been about 10 minutes, and that gave me time to clean up the workstation. And I put the calamari, all the stuff that I finished, in the fridge, and I let it sit there for 10 minutes just to set up a little bit. So, I've got my air fryer. We're all familiar with this by now. And I'm just going to give it a little shot of olive oil. And I'm going to try to put the tentacles down below. Only because it doesn't matter if they crisp up or not. I'd rather have the nice rings nice and crispy. All right. I've kind of got it in there. I'll throw a few pieces of the tops in there. And that's probably about good for right now. We can always do 2 batches if we need to. I'm just going to set this rack down. I'm going to hit that with a little bit of olive oil. And then I'm going to lay these delicate little rings in there. Actually, they're not too little. These were pretty big squid. That's the most I can fit in the air fryer. So I'm going to set these in the air fryer at 400 degrees, and I'm going to do them for 8 minutes, and then I'll check on them. It's been 8 minutes, and they're not really browned up enough for myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw them back in for another 4 minutes. I can't hurt anything. And now it's looking a lot better. So what I did was I hit it with a little bit of coconut oil on top, and then I put it back in, as you know, for 4 minutes. If it's still not browned up enough, go ahead and hit it again for a couple more minutes. I'm going to try to pop these out without them sticking too badly. And air frying is good. I mean, we don't have all the oil, but then again, nothing really beats frying in oil either. But if you're going to go with a healthier choice, you might as well go with this. And let me just finish pulling the rest of these out, and then we'll plate them up. And I'm going to So we've laid out the calamari, and I'm just going to put a little bit of lemon juice. I'd like to use some fresh squeezed lemon, but I don't have any on hand right now. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of lemon juice down. And then I'm going to take some chives and put a little bit of a garnish on top. A little bit on here. And there you have air fried calamari. And it's crispy and delicious. Just take it. Looks great. Crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. I'm going to have to weigh out my portion because I didn't do it on the scale today. But that is a snack and a half. And it's something that I wouldn't have all the time because of the breading and the buttermilk and everything. But Once in a while when you're craving fried food, I mean, this is something else. Hope you try it if you like this kind of thing.